Paul. You know, they're 18-1. They're going to be a fun bunch to watch. This is an experienced team, and I think St. Paul, and it's going to be tough to spot those numbers we were mentioning. You got the white on white for St. Paul and Elkhorn North in the black.
Elkhorn North is going to win the tip, and we are underway from here. And it's stolen away almost immediately by St. Paul active defense right off the bat. And the kick out in the corner, it's going to be Jake Lusk. His three is off the mark. Offensive rebound there by Brandon Archibald, but he is not able to get the putback, and St. Paul will have the first possession.
We're 25 seconds in, and you can already see the energy coming out of these teams. Elkhorn North grabs an offensive board and nearly a quick turnover and points for St. Paul, and here's the Wildcats' first possession, and they turn it over as well.
So a travel there from St. Paul. That's Andy Poss, and now Elkhorn North will go to work on their second possession of the game. As in the quarter, it is going to be Archibald, and he has stepped out of bounds. So a couple of quick turnovers right away between both teams, and St. Paul will be on the offensive side for the second time.
Obviously, Elkhorn North's first trip to the Heartland Hoops Classic, so this is really their first time participating in an event like this. Wonder if there are any nerves or butterflies for the Wolves coming in.
Shot off the mark, rebound by Elkhorn North, and we stolen away almost immediately again by St. Paul up the floor, and the basket is good by Tommy Warblewski.
That was a heads-up play by St. Paul. They were kind of running back towards the court and kind of turns his head, and there's the ball coming. Nice job there. Quick reflexes from St. Paul.
In the corner for three, Archibald. It's off the mark. Rebound will go out of bounds, and St. Paul will have the possession again, up 2-0. Tommy Warblewski, the only basket so far. Inbounds here for the Wildcats. They're bringing up the floor. Warblewski sees open lane, gonna dump it off, kick out again. And dribbling in his Poss, lays one up, no good, but a foul's called.
Yeah, nice job there, going up with confidence and strength there, and attacks the rim and gets drawn for a foul. And yeah, here comes first free throw attempts for the Wildcats today.
Archibald, the foul, and the first free throw there by Poss is no good.
Saw pretty good free throw shooting in the first game. Hoping to see that in the second. I always like good free throw shooting. And St. Paul hits that one there.
Second free throw is good. Here's Nathan Cunningham for the Wolves. Screen set. Double teamed. He'll kick it in the corner. That's Lusk who will take the three, and it's good. Jake Lusk with the basket from beyond the arc. We're tied at 3. 1:45 into the opening quarter.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Lusk. Nobody on him. Perfect time to take that kind of shot, and hits it, and the Wolves are on the board.
And a save there by Elkhorn North. It was going to go out of bounds off the errant pass by Poss. And now in the corner, it's Lusk again for the Wolves. A little bit of a 3-2 zone. Archibald will go in the corner, and right back to Lusk at the top of the key.
I like the ball movement from Elkhorn North so far.
Shot missed by Archibald. Loose rebound is going to be picked up by Cunningham, and the Wolves will extend their possession. Quick passes all the way around, and Lusk looking to take advantage. It's no good. Rebound will go to St. Paul. Tied at 3, almost 3 minutes in. And a three-pointer's an air ball there by Warblewski.
Might have been just a bit too far, as he shot that one pretty deep, and it was just came up short. So maybe get a little bit closer to that three-point line the next time you shoot the ball. But yeah, it's been turnover, and 3-3, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Jackson Klingon-Smith checks in for the Wildcats. And down low for Elkhorn North is Harrahill. Quick rotation and an errant pass by Cunningham. Sails over the head of Lusk, and it's another turnover for the Wolves. Just about 3 minutes in to game number 2 of this Heartland Hoops Classic. Elkhorn North and St. Paul tied at 3. A little sloppy in the opening 3 minutes.
For sure, for sure. St. Paul with the basketball now, and Elkhorn North doing a nice job playing a little man-to-man defense, and can't get that one to go.
Off shot, rebounded by Elkhorn North will bring it up the floor. Easy transition. Loose ball is going to go to Orgeable down low, but it's going to be popping in the air and taken by Lusk. And again, a pass just goes way behind Carson Ripley. And it's going to be a backcourt violation. And yeah, Jack, just sloppy execution right now, especially passing here on the offensive end for Elkhorn North.
For sure, for sure. We saw a few good possessions from Elkhorn North. Nice shot passing, but one goes off that bottom of the backboard. Another one there just thrown away. And the shooting has been a little off, too. Both teams coming out a little bit chilly, just like it is outside.
Wells with the missed three from St. Paul. Now Orgeable will double team, but gets it away to Ripley here on the near end. Ripley floater from around the free throw line. It's no good. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. Here's Jacob Wells. We'll give it to Warblewski, or excuse me, that's Andy Poss. Down on the cut to the basket. That is Klingensmith who will put it up and in.
Beautiful backdoor cut there. Finds the opening, cuts right to the rim, and an easy two for St. Paul. They take the lead.
5-3 zone in effect for the Wildcats. And again, a pass that's just off the mark. Again, another backcourt violation, and Elkhorn North just can't seem to figure out how to pass across this zone defense from St. Paul.
The zone's really confused Elkhorn North. Yeah, another kind of backcourt violation, or over and back, excuse me. And yeah, it's just a little bit strange from Elkhorn North, not getting their passes the way they want to go.
And down low, an off shot by Poss. Offensive rebounds put back up and in. Klingensmith again. 7-3. Here's Lusk in the corner. Orgeable. Ripley, top of the key three. It is no good. Loose ball, and it's a foul called on Elkhorn North.
I think the only thing St. Paul could do a little bit better defensively is some of those guys, Lusk, and then it was also Ripley. They just kind of left alone on the three-point line. You get kind of better pressure on the three-point line. That would really – but Elkhorn North not hitting their shots right now, so St. Paul lucking out so far.
Andy Poss gonna try to go coast to coast, brings it out wide. There's Vogel. Back to Poss, uses the screen. Now gonna take a shot off the rim, but gets his own rebound. Puts up a floater in the lane, it's off the mark. And the ball is gonna be kept in. And Elkhorn North will come down with it. Orgeable on the fast lane transition, it's up and in.
That's something Elkhorn North really needs to capitalize on. When they get those opportunities for fast break transitions, you take care of them. You put them in for layups just like there.
Warblewski, who's really been kept off the scoreboard so far. Spot up three-pointer is off the mark, no good by Poss. And now back out for a two-pointer. That's a swish. That's for Logan Vogel.
Nothing better than the sound of a swish, in my opinion, in the sports world.
Now Ripley again, a spot up three. It's too short, rebounded by St. Paul. And now the Wildcats will go back to work. Andy Poss. Guarded closely by Luke Tillman. Gets a gay to Warblewski, back to Vogel. Working it down low. Warblewski dumps it off, spin move, and there's a foul on the floor. So the ball will not count. It'll be the fourth team foul on the Wolves. Excuse me, that's team's third.
St. Paul doing a nice job down low, nice passing, and putting themselves in position for easy baskets, but silly turnover there.
Piekowski gets the steal for the Wolves as a loose ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. Still in possession of Elkhorn North. As multiple substitutions come in for the Wolves. You have Nathan Cunningham and Cole Dryak. It'll be Jake Lusk, double teamed. Gets it back to Cunningham.
So there's that behind the three-point line pressure from St. Paul. We didn't see much of in the early part of the first quarter. Yeah, it looks like St. Paul there. Number 20, Eli Larson, just kind of runs in to Elkhorn North and draws the foul there. Kind of unlucky break for him.
Larson's first, team's first. And Cunningham will take it out for Elkhorn North. Gets it away to Lusky on the near wing. Here's a spot-up three-pointer. That's off the mark by Luke Tillman. Rebounded by the Wildcats as they lead it by 5 with a minute to go in the opening quarter. Game number 2 of the Heartland Hoops Classic. Drive in, kick out. Now to number 12, Dugan. Quick passes, Warblewski dribbles in, stops, goes back out. Dribble and shot taken, no good. Offensive rebound by St. Paul. And again, a couple of missed shots. It was Brandon Knapp who took that last shot, but goes out of bounds, and Elkhorn North will have it with 37 seconds to go.
Nice defensive stand there from Elkhorn North, and we'll see if they can finish this first quarter on a positive note, down 5.
So under 30 seconds, Elkhorn North looking to get a pristine opportunity, but stolen away. The zone defense making an impact there, but Warblewski wasn't paying attention. He gets it anyway. Dribbles in, left hand, no. Rebound is taken by Knapp, and it's up and in.
That's
no good, excuse me.
That's why you use the glass right there. You know, the glass was right there. It's your friend, and decides not to, and it rims out.
Now the cut in, it's going to be Piakowski. It's no good. Or actually it is, excuse me. Couldn't quite catch it there, but is 10-7 at the end of the first quarter. Slow start by both teams, but the Wildcats have the three-point advantage. Second quarter, we come back here in the Heartland Hoops Classic on Strive TV.
Pump up your day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
With Pumped Up Rewards, you can save big on every gallon of gas just by fueling up, and even more by visiting our stores.
Do I have to?
No, just sign up. It's automatic.
Okay, good.
Sign up today at pumpandpantry.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Welcome back. Heartland Hoops Classic, the Heartland Event Center. Game number 2 is St. Paul, 18-1 in C1, taking on Elkhorn North. And right off the bat, a drive in by Warblewski is up and in.
Strong drive by Warblewski, just blows by the Elkhorn North defense and puts it in for 2 and a positive start for the Wildcats here in quarter number 2.
Let's check that. That was Andy Post, not Warblewski, so he gets the 2 points in the corner. Dump off here, Piakowski. His layup's no good. Gets his own offensive rebound. The reverse layup is blocked. And the rebound taken by the Wildcats, and here they come trying to extend their 5-point advantage. Knapp up, in, and one. It counts. So that's Eli Larson with the basket.
That was just pure strength by Larson, going right to the rim as he pleases and puts it in. Got hacked, so he'll go to the line for another one. And St. Paul off to a pretty good start, 45 seconds into the quarter.
Larson not only can get it done on the hardwood, but on the gridiron. One of the best running backs in the state of Nebraska this past season, eclipsing 2,000 rushing yards.
St. Paul had a great football year this year.
Stolen away, down the floor, it's Poss who gets the dunk. Not the prettiest, but it's still 2 points.
Hey, went in the basket, that's all that matters.
3-point lead at the end of the first. They've scored, St. Paul scored 6 straight to begin the quarter. Now backdoor pass. It is Dryak, but stolen away by the Wildcats.
St. Paul is simply just stronger with the basketball right now, and I think Elkhorn North is just a little flustered and got to calm down and get into their groove.
Larson for three. It rattles in and out. No good. And we have a loose ball foul on St. Paul. That's Klingon-Smith with the foul, and now a 1-3-1 zone by St. Paul. That's really been giving them issues. Orgabold will get the ball, but I believe a kickball violation potentially there. The stoppage of play. Elkhorn North will take it. It's Dryak to Cunningham. Orgabold splits defenders. Jump step, floater is up and in.
That was a great move there by Orgabold. Just, yeah, as you said, perfectly splits the defenders and doesn't give up on it. Left-handed layup and in. And that scoring drought ends for Elkhorn North.
Poss looking to go coast to coast. But a shot was on the floor. So shot will not count, but still foul nonetheless. On number one, that is Cole Dryak. St. Paul bringing it underneath. Gives it to Poss there on the far wing. Screen set. He's going to take the spot up three. It's in and out again.
Yeah, touched every part of the rim there. Didn't fall where you wanted it to, and the Wolves are going to have it back.
Ball's go out of bounds, so here come the Wolves. Looking to dig into the 7-point lead that St. Paul has had. Not the prettiest game between these two so far. I think if you're Elkhorn North, you don't mind that, considering how much St. Paul can go off for offensively. Here's Ripley. Looks to go in the corner, but it goes off a St. Paul foot. So we'll stick with the Wolves. Dryak will bring it out.
See if Elkhorn North can get a little bit of a run going again. They got to calm themselves down, a little wild on the passes too, and just got to play cleaner basketball.
Three-pointer by Orgabold is no good. A rebound by the Wildcats, and here they come out. Warblewski. 6'3" senior gets it off. Vogel dribbles. Kick out. Three-pointer is no good. That was too strong by Warblewski. Rebound by Elkhorn North. Orgabold gives it to Cunningham for three on the near wing. It's good.
Yeah, they needed that triple badly as they hadn't hit one since the first quarter, and makes it a 4-point game.
16-12. Almost halfway through the second quarter. Between C1 St. Paul and Class B Elkhorn North. Step back three-pointer for Poss. It's no good. Rebound goes to Orgabold. He brings up the floor. Look at that coast to coast. Poke loose from behind, but it goes off a Wolf. And so St. Paul will have the possession as Jake Lusk checks back in for the Wolves.
Yep, Lusk is back in the game wearing number 32. Jack Lusk, and Lusk is a junior standing at 6'4".
And it seems like we have a timeout on the floor. St. Paul leading at 16-12, 4:22 to go in the second quarter. Again, you're watching live here from the Heartland Events Center, Grand Island. Game number 2. The first game we saw Mullen defeating Loomis 51-46. Not as high scoring in this one so far. Jack, what are you seeing so far?
Yeah, I think Elkhorn North, if they can just, I mean, they're right in this game. It's a 4-point game, but, I mean, it's looked a lot more towards St. Paul. I think they've looked better, a lot better than leading 4 points. I think, yeah, a couple miscues on both sides, and we kind of saw that in the first half of the first game. Mullen and Loomis was a little bit iffy on the first half, and then it was a lot better, a lot smoother basketball in the second half, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see the same thing here.
Geoff Exstrom along with Jack McGonigal here in Game 2 of the Heartland Hoops Classic. We got 8 games total.
It'll be fun all day long, that's for sure.
And now it's Vogel with the basketball near half court. Now Warblewski stops, gives it back to Vogel, top of the key. And off to Dugan. Elkhorn North staying with St. Paul here on this possession. Going with a man-to-man defense. Here's Warblewski, dribbles in under the basket, puts one off glass, and drops in for 2 points.
That was a nice, powerful move. Goes around that Elkhorn North defender and puts it in off the glass. Beautiful job there from the Wildcats.
Ripley, double teamed. Quick pass out right back to Ripley. He takes a three. That's going to be well short. Rebound goes to St. Paul underneath. Now the Wildcats bring it up. It's Jacob Wells for St. Paul. Gives it to Dugan, top of the key. Larson dribbles in. And he's blocked from behind by Lusk, but it goes right to Warblewski. And second chance now for the Wildcats. Dugan. Back to Vogel. Underneath, puts one up. It is off the mark by Wells.
Just can't get it to go, but nice idea there from St. Paul.
Orgevold on the other end, it's no good. Rebound by Vogel. Both teams struggling to buy a basket here, 18-12. Under 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Using the screen, Warblewski's step back three. It rattles in.
Warblewski, that was pretty. Nice step back and then found an opening, and he was open after that and knocks down the three, and you can't ask for a much better play there from Warblewski. And yeah, so far so good.
21-12, St. Paul leads. We'll be back after this on the Heartland Hoops Classic here on Stripe TV. Welcome back to the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island. You are watching game number 2 of this Heartland Hoops Classic, 14th annual event here in GI. We have St. Paul, Class C1, 18-1 overall, facing the 7-10 Elkhorn North Wolves. They lead at 21-12. And Elkhorn North with the basketball. Orgevold steps in, Euro step, layup is in.
That was a nice move by Orgevold on that left side, or the right side, excuse me. Just finds his way into the paint and lays it in for 2. Great job.
21-14. Dribbling in, kick out here. It is Andy Poss for 3. He knocks it down.
Hand down, man down. It's going to happen every time you leave him open. It's going to go down most of the time, and right there, perfect example.
Poss has 8 points on the morning, and now Orgevold drives in, goes up, he's fouled. So he will go to the line for 2 shots.
You know, Orgevold is the biggest guy on the floor, but he sure is fearless. He goes up against those guys 4 or 5 inches taller than him, like it's, you know, they're 4 or 5 inches smaller than him. It's pretty cool to see him, you know, just go up there and do or die, and it's pretty cool. He earns his trip to the free throw line here.
Short arm is the first free throw. It's off the mark. Has a couple substitutions for St. Paul. Logan Vogel checks in, as well as Brandon Knapp. Second free throw by Orgevold. It's good. He has 7, and it's 24-15. St. Paul with the advantage with 1:45 to go. Looking to go coast to coast. Warblewski with a right-handed layup. Back to an 11-point game. Warblewski has 10. Ripley in the corner for Lusk. Now looking to go down low for Harrihill. No
Nice
good.
save.
Orgevold saves it. Ripley, Lusk in the corner. Double teamed. And he gets it back out. Feisty possession here. Dribble, and Ripley goes up with it off glass and in.
I like the way Elkhorn North's driving to the basketball. We haven't seen a ton of outside shots lately from the Wolves, but they're doing a nice job driving to the rim and getting points. Love to see it.
Minute to go, first half. Poss drives in baseline, and it's going to be hit out of bounds, and will stick with the Wildcats. As Luke Tillman checks in for Nathan Cunningham with 57 seconds to go. Knapp gives it in the corner for Warblewski, but stolen away. It's a 2-on-1. Tillman to Ripley, and it's a foul going up.
Yeah, that was a nice drive and drew the contact and going to the line. We'll see if he can knock down a free throw or two here.
Knapp charged with the foul, and Carson Ripley at the line for two. First one's good. Second one is good as well. 26-19. Ripley has 4. St. Paul has it. 40 seconds to go. First half. Warblewski gives it to Vogel, who kicks it back out. Poss on the drive. Stops, goes in the corner. Warblewski, he dribbles in, puts one up. Tries for the bank. It's no good. Loose rebound put back up by Vogel. That one's off the mark as well. And Elkhorn North finally brings it down with 20 seconds. And Lusk will have it to Ripley.
Elkhorn North, expect them to save for a last second shot or not. St. Paul gets a key steal there.
As that was Poss who kept it in. Now St. Paul will have the final possession. Step back, it's off the mark front rim. With 1 second, Ripley from half court. It is no good. And that will do it for the first half of play. St. Paul leading Elkhorn North 26-19. As St. Paul, it was ugly, but nonetheless, it's still a 7-point lead for the Wildcats, as they were led by Warblewski, who has 10 for St. Paul, who is 18-1 in Class C1. Jack, what did you see in that first half?
Yeah, I liked the way both teams were attacking the rim and attacking the glass and going in instead of relying on their outside shots. I think defensively, Elkhorn North really needs to key down in the paint, because Elkhorn North has really, or St. Paul's gotten opportunities down at the glass more than they probably should. So I think that's what Andy King is going to go over to his guys. And yeah, I think it's been a pretty cool first half, pretty good first half. And St. Paul looks pretty sharp for comparing to the second half.
26-19, the score is Brandon Archibald, who has a team-high 7 points so far for Elkhorn North. And I mean, yeah, Jack, we said it's not the prettiest. And Andy King, what are you looking at to adjust here to keep up offensively and maybe get more on the offensive side?
Yeah, for St. Paul, I think, yeah, again, they haven't shot a lot of outside shots. It's been a lot of driving to the rim. I think that's what they're doing a good job of. So if Elkhorn North can key down and, cause traffic in the paint and confuse St. Paul, I think that'll help them become more successful here in the second half.
And Elkhorn North, this is a big stage, big venue for them. And I don't think they've shied away from taking up the mantle of playing here in front of a few thousand fans and here on this big stage that is the Heartland Event Center.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Elkhorn North, first-year school, no seniors. This is the first time they've obviously been here at the Heartland Hoops Classic, so it does going to take time to adjust. And I think coming out of the locker room, they are going to be well-adjusted, and they're going to be, kind of get those butterflies out of their stomachs and kind of play, their normal basketball they used to be playing right back at home.
St. Paul up 26-19 at half. We'll have the second half here in a few minutes after this. You're watching live on the Heartland Hoops Classic on Strive TV.
Your day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
With pumped up rewards, you can save big on every gallon of gas just by fueling up, and even more by visiting our stores.
Do I have to?
No, just sign up. It's automatic.
Okay, good.
Sign up today at pumpandpantry.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
Go get it, Zach!
your day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
With pumped up rewards, you can save big on every gallon of gas just by fueling up, and even more by visiting our stores.
Do I have to?
No, just sign up. It's automatic.
Okay, good.
Sign up today at pumpandpantry.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Go get it, Zach!
Two quarters down, 2 more to go, and it's St. Paul who leads Elkhorn North 26-19. Tommy Warblewski, game high, 10 points to lead the Wildcats, says it hasn't been the prettiest, but they lead nonetheless. Geoff Exstrom along with Jack McGonigal here on Strive TV. Game number 2 of this Heartland Hoops Classic, 14th edition. But not only do we have a good one here, stick around as we have games all throughout the day, but more specifically, coming up next after this one, you have Logan View Scribner Snyder, 15-4 overall, taking on Grand Island Northwest, who's 12-6. Jack, originally it was supposed to be Logan View Scribner Snyder taking on Ashland Greenwood.
Ashland Greenwood Northwest.
Excuse me, yes, Ashland Greenwood Northwest. But Ashland Greenwood had to back out because of COVID issues. It opened up for this matchup. And I think regardless, it still looks pretty enticing. The Vikings 12-6, Logan View 15-4. They dropped one yesterday to BRLD, who of course is C2 #1. They only lost by 3 though. And so this is going to be a pretty enticing matchup to follow this.
I'm really excited for this one. Yeah, it was pretty cool that Ashland Greenwood unfortunately had to drop out, but it was pretty cool that they got a pretty good replacement. Logan View, Scribner Schneider, they're going to come ready to play, and I'm sure they're thrilled about this opportunity. You know, it's a last-minute kind of thing, but hey, we're going to the Heartland Hoops Classic. You know, it's going to be a fun one. Northwest, I feel like they're going to bring a lot of fans being in Grand Island. I'm excited for that one, and yeah, all the games throughout the day. There's not one I'm looking at. It's like, it's going to be boring. No, all 8 games are going to be great.
Well, just a few more seconds until we begin the second half between St. Paul and Elkhorn North. The Wildcats leading at 26-19. As mentioned before, Warblewski has a game high 10 points. And for Elkhorn North, Brandon Orgevold, who has 7 points to lead the way. So it's not like the offense has been fantastic for either team, but I think St. Paul just executed better than Elkhorn North, especially in that first quarter.
Yeah, they did. The execution was just a little bit better, like you said. Elkhorn North was a little sloppy coming out of the gate and kind of moved that into the second quarter. But, yeah, I'm expecting both teams to limit those turnovers, eliminate those, minimize them, and play a lot cleaner basketball here in the second half.
And we begin the second half. It's Nathan Cunningham for Elkhorn North. Kick out here for Ripley to begin the first possession. Vogel inside Cunningham, back out. Nice rotation here by the Wolves. First possession in the second half, but I say nice rotation and they throw away a turnover.
Jinxed it.
St. Paul. The announcer jinx. Here's Andy Poss. Warblewski in the corner now for Vogel. Dribbles in, puts one off glass, and it drops.
Kind of what I said going to the halftime. Elkhorn North needed to do a better job of, eliminating those drives and put-ins on the block, and there's one for St. Paul right there.
Orgevold wide open in the corner, and it's a swish.
I like Orgevold a lot. Nice shot there in the corner, and he's been playing a heck of a game so far, leading this Elkhorn North team.
Orgevold has 10 to tie Warblewski with a game high. And now dribbling, that's Poss. Near baseline, goes back out. Vogel back to Poss. Behind the back, and it's Poss again. His shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Elkhorn North and hit out of bounds by Knapp, so we'll stick with the Wolves. Minute 22 into this second half, 28-22. St. Paul leads it. Still certainly within striking distance for the Wolves. Ripley has Orgevold open in the corner again. He instead dribbles in, Euro step, puts one up, no good, but he will go to the line.
Yeah, like I said, he's fearless, man. He'll go in there, 4 guys. He doesn't care. He'll go in and drive and draw contact and earns himself a trip to the free throw line. I like that.
First free throw by Orgeable is good. And yeah, Jack, like you mentioned, to have a guy like Orgeable, he's really impressed me today, as well as you. He's the type of guy that you like to build around a program with, just starting out. And he gives Elkhorn North an option to go down and just give him the ball and say, go get a basket. That's the type of player Orgeable seems to be, as he has a game-high 12 points.
Absolutely. I mean, he's going to be a key leader on this team next year, as that'll be the first senior class. And I'm sure Andy King will really rely on him in 2021-22 season.
Orgeable with the steal, drops it to Ripley, puts one off glass and in.
That pass was smooth as butter. You saw him, little nice bounce pass with one hand, and cuts the lead to 2 for the Wildcats. We got a good third quarter so far from the Wolves.
7-2 run to begin the second half, but Warblewski makes a man miss. His shot is off the mark. Offensive rebound now, and Poss will go up and be fouled.
That was a nice hustle play there from Andy Poss as he kind of went across the court just to grab that rebound and goes for it. Nearly gets the and one, but gets to go to the free throw line instead.
First free throw by Poss is up and in. Poss has 9 and make that 10. 30-26. A little over 2 minutes in, third quarter play. Off the screen, Vogel. Dribbles left hand, jump stop. Goes back door, that's Cunningham. Goes in the corner, wide open for three-pointers. Harehill, that one's off the mark.
Had the open look, and Harehill slides across the floor, and St. Paul has it now.
Inside, that's Vogel. Spins, looking, just dumps it off for Warblewski, and he travels.
Nice job there on Elkhorn North. That turnover there, and the Wolves have control now, down 4 with about 5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Cunningham, the 6'2 junior, brings up the floor, up the screen. It's Jack Lusk, gives it back to Cunningham. Orgeable drives in, puts one up, no good, but he is fouled.
Archibald is going back to the free throw line, and again, he just attacks that rim and draws contact, and St. Paul don't really have an answer how to defend him cleanly. And now he's going to get 2 more opportunities.
First one is good.
He's been pretty solid from the free throw line today. He's had a lot of success so far.
Yeah, he's 4 for 5 from the charity strike. Now make it 5 for 6. He has 14. Doubled the amount he had in the first half already within a little over 3 minutes. On the other side, Poss puts one up, no good, but there is a loose ball foul.
That's what you hate to see. Archibald on the ground there. It looks like he's holding his leg. Maybe he got his ankle stepped on, or looks like he's holding his ankle, kind of his calf actually.
His right ankle is what Archibald is holding. He's going to try and get up. Not good if you're Elkhorn North, because not only does Archibald have a game high 14 points, he's a leader on this team.
He's a leader on this team, and he has been the leader today, and hopefully he's okay. It looks like he's walking off a little bit better now. And yes, you hate to see an injury of any kind. Hopefully he can return to this game.
Luke Tillman will check in. And now St. Paul will have the possession. Leading by 2. It is a 7-point advantage at halftime as baseline pass knocked out of bounds by Lusk. Elkhorn
North looks a lot sharper in this third quarter compared to what we saw both in the first and the second. I like the halftime adjustments head coach Andy King made. Really sharpened the knives on his Elkhorn North guys.
Here's Poss, top of the key. Uses the screen. Puts one up from about 10 feet away, and he gets it in. Andy Poss with 12. Extends the St. Paul lead to 4. Drive in Tillman. Now in the corner, Harehill. Cunningham to the basket. Right hand, no good. Rebound by St. Paul.
Nice idea on the reverse layup. Got to use the glass a little bit more. Seen that a couple times. Balls just rim out after not using the glass on a layup. One of my pet peeves of basketball is not using the glass on a layup.
Baseline, nice rotation. Three-pointer is no good by Jacob Wells, but foul underneath.
That was a nice idea, kicking that back out. 3-point was open, but just couldn't knock it down. St. Paul, nice job there, crashing the boards, getting good box out.
First free throw by Warblewski is up and in. He has 11, as you see Orjabal checking back in, as well as Paxton Piakowski.
Glad to see he's back. I think it was probably just got his ankle stepped on or something pretty minor, and it's good to see him back on the floor.
Second free throw no good, but offensive rebound by St. Paul. Warblewski for 3, it's no good. Rebound by Archibald, and now Archibald will bring it up. Going coast to coast, it's no good. Rebound still loose on the floor. Picked up by St. Paul, and they'll bring it up. Euro step, Warblewski hits shots off the mark. No shot, says the referee. And so the foul will go on Nathan Cunningham.
Blocking foul called. And yeah, it was a pretty good job there by Elkhorn North defensively, but they don't get the call that time.
Poss, top of the key. Bounce pass, tipped and out of bounds. Getting a hand on it there was Tillman. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Closer game, 5-point advantage for St. Paul. In the lane, Vogel, turnaround, right hand, no good. Up the floor, Tillman looking to put one in, he does. First basket of the day for Luke Tillman, the 6'1 junior. Makes it a 3-point basketball game, but a 3-pointer is short there by Poss. Rebounded by Elkhorn North. Orjabald, guarded by Dugan, puts one up, but there's a foul committed on the floor.
I think the majority of missed 3-pointers we've seen today have been short today. Short so far, and yeah. Sometimes it may confuse some guys which line's the 3-point line. Is it the black one? Is it the white one? And I think I've seen that a couple times so far. Nobody there.
Yeah, miscommunication there on the inbounds play as Piakowski gets his 4th point of the day off that wide open layup. Makes it a 1-point basketball game. 2 minutes to go, third quarter.
This is pretty similar to what we saw in the first game, really. One team kind of has the lead, and the other team kind of crawls back towards the end of the third quarter. Here's Elkhorn North's chance to run.
Poss with the missed layup, and here is Elkhorn North. Orjabald, spin move. Puts one out, blocked by Knapp. That's Brandon Knapp with the big rejection. And now stolen away. That's Nathan Cunningham, 2-on-1, fouled from behind. That's on Warblewski.
Yeah, Warblewski just going for that steal there. He tried to pickpocket him, but just too much contact on that foul. And it's going to be on the floor. But both teams doing all right on fouls. 4 for the Wildcats, 3 for the Wolves. Not too close to single bonus just yet.
Ripley to throw it in. Does for Piatkowski. Spin move in the lane. It's well short on the shot. And again, a lot of short arms by both teams. Here's Eli Larson.
For sure.
Dugan uses the screen for three. It is short as well. And the ball goes out of bounds and stick with the Wildcats with 1:12 to go. Pass in the lane, puts one up, no good. That was Jacob Wells with the errant shot. Elkhorn North now on the other side. Cross-court pass, Tillman, and
Did he step out of bounds? It looks like he did.
that's what they're calling. So a turnover from Luke Tillman. And it's still a one-point basketball game. Now under a minute to go, third quarter. Dugan handoff. Warblewski. Larson dribbles in. Stops. Poked loose initially, but gets it back. Kick out. Warblewski dribbles in. Jump stop. Backdoor. Shot is no good there by Knapp. Now here come the Wolves. Under 30 seconds to go. Piatkowski to Ripley. And Elkhorn North might hold for the last shot. Harrihill.
I think you're right on that prediction. Now 12 seconds, Elkhorn North kind of dribbling behind the perimeter.
Lusk, kick out. Ripley, 7 seconds, dribbles in. Lusk for three in the corner. It's short. Offensive rebound is put back up and in. That's Luke Tillman. And Elkhorn North, off the basket, takes a 1-point lead, 34-33. We're back after this on Strive TV.
Pump up your day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
Pump up my day.
With Pumped Up Rewards, you can save big on every gallon of gas just by fueling up, and even more by visiting our stores.
Do I have to?
No, to sign up, it's automatic.
Okay, good.
Sign up today at pumpkinpantry.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
Elkhorn North not going away. Luke Tillman with a layup as time expired in the third quarter to give the Wolves a 34-33 lead. Jack, I mean, it's been light and day with the performance from Elkhorn North.
Yeah, I mean, they look sharp here in the third quarter. That's definitely the best quarter they've played by far, and they even jumped out to a 1-point lead. We'll see if the Wolves can hang on here in this fourth quarter. These the next 8 minutes are going to be fun.
Here's Poss. Right-handed drive, and he fell, and it's out of bounds. Turnover there from the 6'2 junior, and Elkhorn North will have the possession and a chance to extend this lead. Carson Ripley. Jack lost. Now it looks like a 2-3 zone by St. Paul again. And ball goes out of bounds. No foul called there, and it's another turnover.
Looked like a little bit of a push and shove there, but not enough for the refs to call it. And St. Paul is going to go back with it.
Here's Warblewski. And poke loose and taken away. Jack Lusk on the other end. Misses the layup. Rebounded by St. Paul. Blown opportunity there for the 6'4 junior.
In tight games, that missed layup, that kills. I mean, that could very well come back to haunt them. It's a tight game, and you need those to go.
Vogel from the free throw line puts it up and in. And St. Paul retakes the lead. Zone defense again. Cross-court pass. Lusk for three. It's no good. Too short. Rebound Vogel. Up the floor. Puts one out. Warblewski. It's up and in.
Nice move.
Check that. That was Smith to make it a 3-point game. Lusk. Stolen from behind. That's Eli Larson. But almost stolen right back. It is. Lusk for the free throw line. Puts it in.
We've seen quite the saves today from out of bounds, and that was one heck of a save there, and he knocks down a jump shot from the free throw line. It's a 1-point Wildcat lead with 6:24. It's a great game we got here.
1-point game. It's a timeout by Elkhorn North. Lusk hits the jumper from the free throw line to make it a 1-point game. And Jack, what's the key for Elkhorn North here down the stretch to keep up with St. Paul and win this?
Yeah, the key for Elkhorn North, it's keep attacking the glass. That's where they've had the most success. Again, they have not shot a ton of outside jump shots. And it's, keep attacking the glass there with Orgevold. And he's the leader of this team. I think if Elkhorn North comes out on top, Orgevold's going to be the reason why. And his success to attacking the glass is going to be the reason why this Elkhorn North team comes out on top. This would be a huge win if they can knock off St. Paul. Again, St. Paul does not lose very often. As you said, Adams Central's kind of been their Achilles heel, but besides them, it's been, just straight glory from St. Paul, and a team that was in the state tournament last year, and I'm almost positive St. Paul is going to make a return to Lincoln in March.
Coming out of the timeout, and again, this is an Elkhorn North team who's lost 3 of their last 4 games. And so not a whole lot of success recently, but keeping up with a very good St. Paul team. And the Wildcats will have the possession out of the timeout. Up by 1.
You got to look at Elkhorn North, who they played. They played #1 in Class B Norris last night. I mean, they play a tough schedule, this Elkhorn North team does. And, again, go play St. Paul here at Heartland Hoops Classic. Doesn't get any tougher than that.
Out of bounds. A turnover for the Wildcats. So Elkhorn North will bring it up. Geoff Exstrom along with Jack McGonigal here on Strive TV. Game number 2, the Heartland Hoops Classic. Cunningham in the corner. Orgevold, it is rejected by Vogel. But it does go out of bounds, and the Wolves will stick with the possession. Cunningham drives in, stuck, goes to Orgevold. Loose ball, poked loose, taken away. Larson puts one up, no good. Offensive rebound is up and in. That's Warblewski.
Right place, right time for Warblewski, right there in the perfect position. Just in case that were to happen, it pops out. He's right there to put it back in. Great job.
In the corner, Orgevold. Elkhorn North just can't figure out how to play the zone. They struggle with this early on in the game as well. And the ball goes off the foot and out of bounds. We'll stick with the Wolves.
Yeah, that was a very good adjustment, in my opinion, from the St. Paul coaching staff. Let's go back to the zone. Elkhorn North really had a tough time with that in the first quarter. They're going back right to it, and again, they're having trouble.
Ripley near wing. Stritt, but gets it back. And Elkhorn North still with the basketball. In the corner, Tillman, and he stepped out. That's by the second time we've seen that from Tillman, stepping there on the baseline. And so it's a turnover, and Wildcats will have the basketball. Warblewski. Crossover, gonna go in the lane, puts one up. It was blocked, but Vogel put it up, but Warblewski gets the rebound. It's the foul and 1.
That is a huge and 1, and something Elkhorn North struggled on as of late is give them just more opportunities, getting these second chance opportunities. have really benefited St. Paul down the stretch, and another one right there for the Wildcats.
Foul will be on Harrihill, and Warblewski missed the free throw.
St. Paul just pops that one right out and into the hands of the Wildcats.
As they bring it up the floor. And almost stolen away again. 41-36. Inside. But a kick out to Warblewski. He takes the three. It's no good. Rebound goes to the Wolves, and there's a foul.
And Harrihill is just kind of throwing a little bit of elbow there. He's trying to get St. Paul off his chest, and he gets awarded with a foul call, and the North Wolves have it.
4:18 to go. Still plenty of time. 5-point deficit. Ripley, top of the key, Cunningham. Jump stop, side. Lusk will bring it out. In the corner, Ripley. Goes back to Lusk. Larson almost got a hand on it in the corner. It's Cunningham for three. He knocks it down.
Kind of something I mentioned in the first half. St. Paul, the only problem they had with their zone defense was getting out to the three-point line and guarding those three-point shots. And right down there, Cunningham knocks down a triple, a big one Elkhorn North needed.
Here's Knapp for St. Paul. Gives it to Vogel. Down near the block. Poss puts one off glass and in. Andy Poss with 14. Back to a 4-point game. Cunningham for three again. It's no good. Rebound goes to Lusk. Now Ripley with a shot that goes in.
Second chance opportunities, the name of the game in this fourth quarter. Elkhorn North knocks down a pivotal 15-footer and cuts the lead to 2 with now under 3 minutes to play and a foul called on Cunningham.
Second foul. Team's fifth. Warblewski will have the basketball for the Wildcats. Poss. Another crossover. Stops, puts one up, and in. He has 16. It's back to a 4-point game. 45-41, 2:38 remaining. And again, I think, Jack, that's decent defense by Elkhorn North. That's just a good play by Andy Poss.
Yeah, absolutely. Elkhorn North, that was a good defensive stop. But they couldn't get the stop. St. Paul, just terrific offensive scheme there, and they lay it in. And yeah, keeping this thing a 2-possession game, 2:38 to go. They've been great games so far, and I'm expecting 6 more great ones. There was a good one last night. The next one we got is Logan View Scribner Snyder Raiders. They come in at 15-4. They take on the 12-6 Northwest Vikings. The Vikings right here in Grand Island. As that one should be a good one. You got St. Paul, the blue and the yellow. That's the same color as Logan View Scribner Snyder, so should be interesting. And the Northwest Vikings, they come in and they played Thursday night, got a win. And Logan View Scribner Snyder coming off the loss to BRLD, who we will see today at 3:45 against Auburn. And Auburn Bulldogs, they're a special group, aren't they?
Yeah, Cam Binder, the UNK commit, that's going to be one of the highlight games of the day. Both two back-to-back state champions in their respective classes. And both striving for that coveted 3rd straight.
I think in the past couple of years, 2021, this is the best slate of games in the past couple of years. I don't think there's no game that's not going to be a good one.
And this one, I think maybe on paper was the weakest of them all, but it's a 4-point game.
With 2 minutes left, 4-point game. Can't ask for much better than that.
Here's Ripley for three. No, it's short. Rebound by St. Paul. Important possession right here with 2 minutes to go. Warblewski gives it to Vogel. Puts one up. It was blocked, and Orgevold comes down with it. Down the floor. Cunningham with a shot. It's short. No good. Rebound by St. Paul.
Yeah, that was a quick shot. You could have maybe passed it around and got him a better shot instead of that quick release. St. Paul will take that every day of the week. Now a minute and a half to go.
In this possession, all about winding down some clock. Warblewski, an errant pass that goes out of bounds. It's a turnover. And that's a big one because easily you could have wound off another 20 seconds.
Oh, easy. Easily, yeah. It was just a little miscommunication. Looked like when to cut. Yeah, it was miscommunication. Just couldn't get a handle on it. And Elkhorn North takes that now down 4.
Cunningham, corner. It's Lusk. It's no good. His three-pointer, but
Big
offensive rebound.
Board. Big offensive board. And no,
Orgevold almost turns it over, but his athleticism keeps it into Ripley. Cunningham, Lusk again. This time it goes. 1 point game.
Lusk knocks down probably the biggest three-pointer for Elkhorn North all game long. He gets that second chance. Orgevold again setting that up, making that save. Yes, he almost did turn the ball over for his team, but he made a play out of it. Heck of a play, and that's the kind of plays leaders make, and it's been pretty impressive from him all day long. Swings it around. Lusk three-pointer, 1 point game, 48 seconds. What, Geoff, do you think St. Paul's drawing up on this offensive side?
I mean, I think you gotta go in the hand of Warblewski. I mean, he's your leader. He's one of your star players. So far today, the leading scorers is Andy Post with 16, Tommy Warblewski with 15. On the other side for Elkhorn North is Brandon Orgevold, who has 14 points. Otherwise behind him, Jack Lusk with 8 and Carson Ripley with 8.
Yeah, the scoring's been pretty spread out. Nobody running up the score. And now the press put on by Elkhorn North, and get out of it.
They get the steal. It's Carson Ripley, and now a chance to take the lead for the Wolves. Orgevold drives in, dumps it off. Now to Ripley. Dribbling Cunningham. In the corner, Harrahill. 29 seconds. I wonder if they might try to hold.
That's risky business, I think. I think that's really risky business. But Andy King looks like, hey, let's go for the win, not for the tie.
In the corner. Dribble in. Stop. Harrahill back out. Cunningham. Lust for three. It's no good. Too strong. Rebound Vogel and a foul.
I think it might have been Harrahill was down on that block, and he could have turned and laid it off the glass, but instead kicks it back out. Instead, they go for the three. But, hey, it's a 1 point game, 6 seconds left. It's far from over. As Elkhorn North, 6 seconds in basketball, that's a world amount of time.
And St. Paul wants a timeout. Derek Wrench wants to take it over with his team. 45-41, St. Paul leads. Jack Lusk just missed an open three-pointer. And now, Jack, what do you want to see here from Elkhorn North? I mean, it's a quick foul. They have, seems like they have no more fouls to give. So, they have to make a quick foul here. I mean, if you're St. Paul, I wonder if you just try to chuck it down and see, well, no, not necessarily. You want to get it quick in, but what's a play that you want to get done so at least you can maybe get a few seconds off the clock?
Well, you know Elkhorn North's going to hammer down on that press break. So I think it's just going to be your typical press break and expect the foul. Like, I think Elkhorn North, Andy King's going to be like foul, foul, foul immediately so we get more time on the clock. But then you go up three. Let's say St. Paul hits both free throws. It's 47-44. Then if you're St. Paul, do you foul?
I mean, it's something worth
considering. You see that in college all the time.
And with so few seconds left, I think it might be worth doing that.
Because the odds of you hitting a 3 to tie the game compared to the odds of you making a free throw and then getting your own offensive board, the chances of making that initial 3 are a lot higher. So I think if St. Paul gets fouled, nails both free throws, I bet they look to foul. But I can only make predictions. We'll see what happens in the next 6 seconds.
Here is the inbound. They get it in, and a foul committed by Cunningham.
That was immediately foul, and that's exactly what they needed to do. Only 7/10 of a second coming off the clock, and yeah, we'll see what St. Paul can do from the line now. As they're only in the single bonus, it looks like.
So it's going to be 1-1. Andy Poss at the line.
Expect Elkhorn North, I would imagine, maybe take a quick timeout if they get the board here.
3 for 4 on the day. They make it 4 for 5.
Off a miss.
Poss was 17. Second free throw is good.
That's huge. Now here we go. They aren't going to oh, timeout was called.
And Andy King might be saying, I wanted the timeout off the inbounds. Or no, they're actually, okay, so they are going to count. They are going to take it out on the side with 3.6 seconds. And, Jack, I don't know, I think it's pretty simple. You put it in the hands of Brandon Orgevold, I think.
Oh, for sure. No doubt. But Lusk has been pretty decent on the three-point line, so maybe Orangeville to Lusk, and Lusk is going to find something on the corner, is what I imagine happened. It didn't look like St. Paul was going to plan on intending to foul, so we'll see. I bet Orangeville is going to bring the ball up, quick pass to Lusk. Lusk takes a shot, but I think St. Paul is really going to apply pressure on Lusk, so it'll be interesting to see who can get open to find this shot in the next 3.6 seconds.
Elkhorn North is 5 for 19 from deep for 26%. Nathan Cunningham has hit 2 3-pointers as well as Jack Lusk. Brandon Orgevold has hit 1. And that's all the 3-pointers that Elkhorn North has had. And so we will see what happens. Again, this is only game number 2. We have GI Northwest taking on Logan View Scrivener Snyder following this matchup. As coming out of the timeout. Here we go. Ryan Harehill to throw it in. And now St. Paul takes an immediate timeout. Wanted to see what Elkhorn North was coming out with and taking a timeout of their own.
For sure. St. Paul, yeah, wanted to see kind of the formation, kind of how Elkhorn North is set up on the floor. Orangeville was at the top of the key, so maybe a pick was going to be made somewhere, but we'll have to see now. And St. Paul, nice job there. I think it's smart always to take a timeout, especially if you have them to kill. You use them or lose them in any sport, really. And, yeah, we'll see what they do. And will this be our first overtime game? Do you see a 3 being made and we go into OT?
Possibly. It just depends what Elkhorn North can dial up here. Because, I mean,
they get a decent look. You never know.
Defense has been pretty decent here in this game today. Let's get you a scoring recap. Leading the way for St. Paul with 18 points has been Andy Poss. And behind him, Tommy Warblewski with 15. For Elkhorn North, Brandon Orgevold with 14. He is the only one in double digits. Otherwise, you have Jack Lusk with 8 and Carson Ripley with 8 as well. Harehill still set to throw it in. Ripley, Lusk, Cunningham, and Orgevold out there for Elkhorn North. 3.6 seconds to go. Gives it to Orgevold. At the buzzer. Off the front rim, no good. And it is St. Paul holding on against Elkhorn North, 47-44. Jack, certainly not the ideal shot you wanted there at the end.
Absolutely. I thought Orangeville was going to tip it off, but nobody was really there open to get a good look. St. Paul played perfect defense, and as you can see, the defender for St. Paul, hands straight up and no reach-in whatsoever. Absolutely perfect defense by St. Paul, in my opinion. And the Wildcats, they hang on to win, but another close, tight basketball game. St. Paul improving to 19-1.
So St. Paul, as Jack mentioned, improves, and we'll head to GICC. We'll come back to Grand Island next Friday to round out the regular season. Well, for Elkhorn North, they dropped to 7-11, and they will hit the hardwood once again next Friday. They'll be around. They will be back at home in Elkhorn when they take on Hastings, as we are just moments away from the following game. But before that, let's get you some. And now, the round of this one, we go down to our sideline reporter, Mike Saunders, standing alongside St. Paul head coach Derek Wrench.
All right, Coach, and kind of had to fend off a comeback attempt there at the end. And actually they came back and took their first lead with that buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter, first lead of the game. But you know, you hold on, you get a nice win against a Class B opponent.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a lot tighter than we were hoping it would be. You know, we missed a lot of shots early on that could have really opened it up, but credit to Elkhorn North. You know, as a team we know that's explosive offensively. They were going to hit some shots. They did. Orgabold and Lusk and those guys really shot it well. And, you know, luckily for us, we were able to make enough plays down the stretch to hang on.
All right, good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
We're going to bring in our player of the game, Tommy Warblewski here. I never can say your name correctly. I'm sorry.
Warblewski. That's all right. Close enough.
Warblewski. There we go. Big win. I mean, double-double for you tonight. Top of the zone. You created some turnovers for them, and they like to play fast, but you guys were able to slow them down.
Yeah. We just had to stop 3 tonight, and, you know, we worked on that all week. We just kind of skipped over Holdridge, but, you know, we can't skip a game, so we still repped out Holdridge and Elkhorn, so I think we executed it decently well. But
and then tonight, like last play there at the end, I mean, was it, hey, like they're not gonna, we can't let them score because we got to take this one. It's a big win against a Class B opponent for you guys.
it was fun. Yeah, that last play, we set up in a 3-2, just kind of we called a timeout so they could adjust to it, then we'd go right back into man and, you know, just wall up on the 3 and make sure we don't foul them.
All right, good luck, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks to Mike Sauter down there with the post-game interviews. Again, your final 47-44, St. Paul with the victory. As we look ahead to our next matchup, Grand Island Northwest taking on Longview Schreiber Snyder in just about 18 minutes. So don't go away. We'll be back here on Stripe TV. Upcoming matchup. Stick with us.